anyone ever catch that? Oh, well, of course, now we're recording, but I was going to tell an anecdote that you guys all got rickrolled this morning. And I don't know if you remember a couple years back that there was this like, meme virusy thing that you'd send to your friends that it was like a video, you'd watch it, and all of a sudden Rick Astley would come in and be singing that song in the middle of something. It would startle you like a
Oh,
ghost.
yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why. The 80s were very shocking, I feel. So it kind of brings that back. But good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. I don't mean to sound like Annie, but the sun will come out tomorrow. And today in SoCal, it's bright and sunny, right? Is it bright and sunny
Yeah.
where you are, Robin? Yeah,
Yes.
I know. The rain kind of stopped the world
Yep.
yesterday, but
Blue skies.
yes, blue skies today, and it's perfect for my special guest that I have this Friday with us. You guys might have seen him, the man, the myth, the legend, Robin Auwerda,
Oh,
ALC member, producer, mentor, Dutch, many
yes.
titles and many hats that this guy wears. But you guys, welcome to the call, Robin Auwerda.
Thank
Hey,
you. Fun to
Robin.
be here.
Yay, I'm so excited to have you. I always enjoy our chats. Uh,
Yes.
so, Robin, some people might not know you on the call. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what your relationship is with real estate?
Well, born and raised in the Netherlands. Met this lovely girl in the early 90s when I was backpacking through Europe. Fell in love halfway the 90s. And, well, no, actually before that. And then she came to go to school in the Netherlands. We got married in 98. And my story is that she told me, now it's your turn to live somewhere else. And it's still my turn. So I'm here. And relationship to real estate. I used to be in retail. We started to invest after we bought our first home. We kept our first home, bought our next home, started renting it out, kind of started investing in real estate. And friends and family were asking, so how does that work? Can you help us? I was kind of done with retail and decided, well, maybe I should get my license and make some money while I'm helping people buy or sell a house. And that's how it started. Yeah.
Really simple exchange of goods, right?
Yes.
Some money.
True.
But thank you for sharing your backstory. I think it's important that one of the things that makes you special is just where you've come from, and you just kind of embraced who you are and your personality, and it's something that people are naturally attracted to. Is that where most of your business comes from, your sphere, or where does most of your business come from?
Yeah, it's my sphere, referrals. I don't really have a set, okay, I'm only focused doing real estate here because of that. So yeah, it's been fun to just build relationships, connections, and get business through that. That's been my main focus. Yeah.
Many people, many agents, are relocating or move to a new area. And one of my favorite things that people will say is, I'm not from here. I don't have a sphere, or, that's not going to be an option for me. So how did you grow this wonderful, massive business, not being from here and not really moving into pre-built business, really?
Right. Yeah, that's always funny when I hear that, especially when I have mentees like, oh, I only have 50 friends or whatever. And of course, I'm on Facebook looking and they have 3,000 friends. And I understand those are not all friends, but it's more than 50. So start there. But back then I did open houses. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, evening open houses, morning open houses, whatever it was, just to get people in my database. And that's where really most of my sphere is from, because I have no family other than Elizabeth's family here. Friends, I had a couple, but nothing high school related or job related too much. So yeah, that's open houses were the thing. Walking flyers before my open houses. I did a little bit of door knocking, although I'm scared of doors that are closed. So I really want to be face to face. started a business mixer, and that was actually a great source of referrals too. So yeah.
Business mixer, talk a little bit more about that. What does that look like?
Um, well, I still remember the first time because I was part of BNI, which okay, that worked a little bit, but I wanted it to be more fun. So I invited friends who have a business or clients who have a business. So at least I knew these people and I didn't have to feel like, oh, I have to like be in the middle and lead this thing because that's not who I am. I'm more, okay, let's have a party and socialize. So invited probably 20 people. And I first called them, hey, I have a business mixer on this date. And a week later, I sent everybody an email to follow up. And then I think I did a lot of note cards, so I did that too if I had their business address. And then the day before, I would call them again, inviting them, reminding them of the business mixer. And the business mixer itself is something that went extremely well because I liked all these people, and it turned out that therefore those people kind of had a connection somewhere anyway. So I didn't have to be the facilitator, so to say. People were just having great conversations, and we, I think I did it at a sushi place or something because I, had to find some place. And then after the business mixer, you thank everybody that was there, but you also reach out to the people that weren't there saying, hey, sorry you couldn't make it, but I hope you can be there next time. So business mixer, within a month, you touch these people 5, 6, 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
So you're really top of mind.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the, it's not so much about the business mixer, although that's an important part, but I've had it that only one person showed up because it was summer. People had the kids at home and they did not have time for it, or they got sick or whatever. Well, then you turn it into a business dinner. You're still in front of that one person and you have still touched all those 20 people 4 or 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great way to be top of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that every 3 months, but it got such a fun social feeling to it that people actually started asking me, well, can we do this next month again? So it was a monthly thing for me. And I ended up at an Irish pub in my neighborhood, walked in, hey, what's your slow evening? Because then you help that business as well to have a busier night, hopefully. My setup was that I would buy the first drink, whether it was beer, wine, water, or a Diet Coke. And then since it was around, 6 p.m. that I started, most people would order food and all that good stuff. So, and after a while, you don't really have to plan too much because it's always in the same location. You still have your touches go out. The location knows that you'll be there. So sometimes they toss in some food or some appetizers and they're happy. So, yeah.
What a unique, great idea. And I heard a couple things that you said there. One is consistency, right? So whether you had one person or 15 people there, your perspective that you just shared was that it just turned to a different type of interaction. It turned to a different type of relationship, that you're more one-on-one, and we can't stop ourselves when we don't see the success that we feel is in that measurable category. So, stopping, imagine had you stopped that first time you only had one person at your meeting.
Yeah.
Right? What would that have looked like for, for your business and your career? So I think that's something that's really important. Also, too, something I want to point out and reiterate in your story, you said it gave you a reason to touch and connect with these people 5 times a month,
Yeah.
leading up to this essentially. And it's about having the reason to connect with them, right? So what are some of the things, because you're so unique in your business, you're constantly touching and connecting your sphere, your clients, et cetera. And I believe in a very unique way. Maybe give me an example of what that looks like, about what it means to be a client of Robin.
Um, what does it mean to be a client of Robin? Um, I think I always start out with um, just being myself. Most of my interactions are not about real estate. If the time is there, because I have certain um, times throughout the year that I do my pop buys or whatever you want to call them. I've done them for years, and they work. If I'm in a spot where it's like, what am I supposed to do today? I don't feel good about what's going on, or if it's slow or whatever. You can always do a pop by. You can always go to people that you know and talk with them. Just stop by, whether it is um, with Christmas, we did bottles of wine. We did candy with Halloween. But it can also just be, I print out a one page from the MLS, what has sold in your direct neighborhood the last 30 days. And you show up to the door with at least something. And if they're not there, okay, that's fine. You put the work in, you build momentum. At least that's how it works for me. And yeah, that's something that I do. I Elizabeth helps me tremendously with that, is birthday cards. We send out birthday cards, and we've done that for, I don't know, years. And um, sometimes it feels like I'm the only one doing that, which is great, because then, I'm top of mind. I always try to plan one lunch per week, just to, whether it's with a business person or somebody that I haven't seen in a while. Yeah, so there's a lot of social connections, I guess, with my clients.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That creates more organic conversation, right?
Yes.
It's not just, hi, do you know anyone looking to buy and sell? It's about building relationships and making something so much deeper,
Yeah.
right?
Although now there's a lot of conversations where if 2022 wasn't your best year, which I think was for a lot of people, you're not alone. So that is something that I try to use in conversation as well, when I'm not talking about real estate, but people always bring it up. Like, so how is your business doing? Because you have that relationship.
Mhm.
And I say that it is not that great compared to the last 2 years. So I really am now trying to ask people for the business a lot more, is what I say. Well, for me, I didn't feel like I was really asking for it, but they know what I'm doing and they heard the words. So that has worked actually a couple of times pretty good. Where you're telling the people that know you where you're struggling in your
Mm.
business, so to say, and they don't know how much you struggle. It's just that you put it out there that you're looking for more business. So that works.
Sometimes just making it more clear,
Yeah.
people see this perception of
Mhm.
the work, and then they ask, how's the market, how's your business? When you've built that relationship, it's so much deeper than just surface level, how's business. Be honest with them and share with them that,
Yeah.
just like Robin said, I think that little script was gold. I'm looking for more business this year. 2022 wasn't my best year, and this year I'm looking for more business. I think that's important.
Yeah, and you always hear those gurus say that the money is in the follow-up. It really is. I received a referral the end of November, and finally this week, after just touching this person once a week, um, offering real estate help, or how are you doing, or whatever, we're now talking about listing their home.
Mm,
So you should not give up on those follow-ups, because a follow-up takes what, 20 seconds. So it's not a big chunk out of your day, and it's worth it.
mm-hmm.
There's also a lot of buyers that have used the last month in December of, well, yeah, I'm not pulling the trigger because the Christmas tree is up and I have to take down the Christmas tree and I have to bring the Christmas tree to the trash can. It was like, yeah, okay. So now we're in the first week of January. How you doing? So
I know. It's just like
yeah,
with our realtors, some people take like a whole month, sometimes 2 months off around the holidays, that sometimes
yeah,
clients are that way too. I get
yeah,
it. But yeah, the proof is in the follow-up, and I think that's important.
yeah.
So I know another big aspect of your business is your relationship with social media. Is the best way to put it. So talk to me a little bit about that. How do you cultivate leads on there? Talk to us a little bit about your approach with social media, and in how it relates to your business.
Well, I think my social media has changed a little bit because I partnered up with Grace, Paris, and Jen with Live Distinctively. So it's now a combination more, I guess. I've always been very light on social media. I can write something really profound about real estate and it's crickets. I can toss one of my puppies in there and it gets 50 likes. So that made me decide, okay, well, I guess on social media, people are not really that interested in real estate. They're there because they're waiting at the dentist and they're scrolling through their phone while they're waiting. They're at lunch at work and there's really nothing to do. So so there's a couple of times that on a day that people are more on their phone, and those like lunch, early morning, things like that. I like to keep things fun. I don't really think about my posts too much. If something comes up, then I post it. If I see my dog's doing something fun, I post it. It's all about recognition, showing up in people's feed. Um, that is the most important part. They see my name again, and thank goodness my name is kind of strange. So hopefully that is like, oh, that's that guy again. With Live Distinctively, Grace is very particular as what she puts out there. And the good thing about having that in a group is that everybody shares the same thing. So we're kind of flooding social media, and that also puts your name out there. So it's a little bit of a combination because that has a lot more real estate in it than Robin the person. But
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good combo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that. If you guys don't follow Robin, one of my favorite handles of yours at your Instagram, find Robin online. I think
Oh,
it's great. And I'm surprised. I'm glad you're wearing a Live Distinctively shirt, but I'm surprised we didn't see your one of many Find Robin online shirts, because you're great at branding. I mean, I think that's
yeah.
important. It's super, super recognizable. So, Live Distinctively, you brought that up. What made you decide, after doing business for years, to partner up with someone and be a part of this team and work with Grace and Jen?
Um, I've known them for a long time, and I was given the opportunity to think about that. Hold on. There. Um, so yeah, there was a lot of, I guess, thinking about it. I was trying to figure out my next um, way in real estate because of last year, and this was an opportunity that I could expand a little bit of the things that I was thinking about. So it's a good energy. You feed off of each other, and you share ideas, follow through with things. Yeah. So it's a good new thing.
Awesome. One of the special things that Live Distinctively does is works a lot with new construction, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're definitely known for that. Talk to us a little bit about that market. How is that different than serving the traditional residential client, et cetera?
It's a much longer process, because it's from scratch. And really, it always starts with finding a location that works for the builder, that works for the market, that works for the city, because every city has different rules. Um, a lot of times it turns out that you end up with a piece of property that wasn't really on the market per se, because you're really looking for a specific property. And then, yeah, the build has to commence. So there's the new builds in Huntington Beach that are now under construction, and we struggle with the economy, and so do builders, and so sometimes there's no nails, and sometimes the nails are $2 a piece. So it's really important to keep track of that, and sometimes things are delayed because of that.
Mhm.
So it's a really a whole package deal that you have to do. Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
But I think I've noticed this like spark in you that it's been kind of fun. You know, one day I walked in and you and Grace were sitting around the table trying to decide names of one of the new projects that you guys had. And
oh yes, yes, yeah. So yeah, it's good interact. It's fun to really have that sounding board. That's a big plus of the group. Yes.
Good. I love that. So switch on down to another hat, Robin.
Right.
You're a very successful mentor and coach. Talk to us a little bit about your approach with coaching and mentoring, and maybe share with us a couple things that you might help our new people who are growing their business on the call.
Um, I always like to figure out, after talking with the mentee a couple of times, what are they good at without thinking about it? What are they willing to do? I don't like to tell them do this when they either glaze over or they turn away, because they're never going to do that. Let's find something that you feel comfortable with. What what do you want from real estate? Are you full-time? Are you part-time? Things like that are very important. Then my very first thing always is type up or write down, or whatever you do, a list of people that you know,
Mhm.
and don't come back with a list of 75 people. I tell them that up front. So I get 76 people. I'm like, because again, I looked at Facebook. Um, if you're under 30, you have a gazillion people that you hang out with. So then I give them the list of, okay, so who have you not thought of? Who are you doing business with, and things like that. So that is a really important part, and put them somewhere. Command. I mean, I'm using Command now, and I love it. So put them in a database so you know who's in there, and tag them as to what they are to you. Are they a buyer, a seller? Are they a business person? So really put groups within your database. Then I think it's very important that um, they reach out. Like, they know you as so and so who works at McDonald's.
Mm.
Now they need to know that you are a realtor. So you have to continue to tell people that you are in real estate, because unfortunately are not on people's minds longer than whatever 5-6 days. And so we have to put it out there. That is very important to get your business started. Open houses are back. I grew up on open houses, so some people say they're passive, but again, if you have your signs out there, if you are out there doing things, you're promoting the open house, things like that, that is very important too, if nothing else. And try a business mixer. Who knows?
I think it's a great idea, getting to something a little bit more. I mean, you're just so hands-on, and I think that's important that we talk about, holding each other accountable. And sometimes new licensees go a year plus. There's probably people here on the call that have yet to actually put their contacts into some type of system that's going to be able to passively touch and market them. Right. So I love sharing that. Robin, what else do you have for us? We have a couple minutes. What else do you have for everyone here on the call that's going to start their weekend off?
If you don't have a vendor list, create one, or if you have one that is 70 years old, kind of go through the vendor list that you have. It's a great way to be able to give your clients a handyman, a painter, a financial planner, but it's also a great way to be in touch with those vendors. Even if you have a vendor list already, give them a call and say, hey, I have this as well. Obviously the phone number works because you're now on the phone with them, but are you still located here? Are you still doing this, and this, or have you expanded, or what is a good referral for you? So it's a way of being in front of those people too. And the vendor list is very important. I'm working on one right now because I think I found two, but it was interesting. I found two short sale negotiators because I am possibly in need of one. So I don't know if that's going to be a really hot new thing, but here we are. And try to go digital. That took me forever, but I shouldn't show you my desk now, but my desk is a lot cleaner because I'm going digital. And just don't give up. Keep going. Talk with other realtors. If you're doing something that isn't working, try to find out what else you can do.
I love that. Robin, thank you so much for being on the call with us today and sharing all your knowledge. I just really appreciate your perspective, and I think it's helped everyone here. You guys, again, if you don't follow Robin, his Instagram, I think Manny posted that. Thank you, Manny, down there, Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you follow him and reach out. You can find him here floating around the coastal office very frequently, throwing little Orange Coast title balls at you. So you just need to make sure you wear a vest when you come in here. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Have a happy Friday, and let's make it a good, productive year. It's time for us to push through. Okay, you guys.
Okay.
Bye. Thanks, Robin.
Thank you, Robin.
Bye.
Thanks, Robin.
Good job, Robin.
What's bye in Dutch?
Huh? Oh, tot ziens.
Tot ziens, Robin.
Tot
Tot ziens, Manny.